The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from Kansas City. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. The Chiefs at 7-8 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Check 43. Check the backer. Watch the twist. Begin.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes, rolling to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Watch the screen. Attack. Check 13.
Edwards-Helaire is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from back at the 5, this is third and goal. Now Mahomes. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that, because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. On play action, they'll throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 78 yards. And the Chargers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Mahomes going to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but Last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On first down, it's Herbert. Give him another one right back to Allen. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day, I know you know there's no better feeling than a pick six for a defender.
And the big thing is when you take it and you realize you're out there and you've got a great chance to score, not to get overexcited and have one of the yard lines trip you up, or the turf monsters, we used to call it, knock you down before you get to the end zone. That didn't happen on that play. He carried it home.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Williams, a man in motion right.
On 2nd and 7.
Herbert.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
From the 22, Mahomes. It's caught by Coleman.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well, because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Me and you. It's just me and you. Watch twins. Watch twins.
They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 85 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 25 on second down, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Butker's kick here is good.
And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. Johnson odds poke 3. Football's out. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold,
it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
In motion right here comes Johnson. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
In motion left comes Williams. Now on 2nd and 16, Herbert. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
He's going to have the 1st down and more than that.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Williams, a man in motion right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. He finds his target, Allen.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Going back to Allen. He's got him again. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 157 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there, won't you? I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this third step. The Chiefs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
They'll get this down to the 38.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now, all through this one, they've had nothing but success throwing the football and in the passing game. Here we are in the 4th quarter. The time you'd think they'd be running the football, they're still tossing it around and having great success. And it appears a whole lot of fun as well.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 19 yards away.
And the Chiefs get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Important extra point up and through, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Joey Bosa in on the stop. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. A handoff as they run the counter play.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire.
Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. In motion left comes Williams.
Now Herbert.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Finding Allen, and that is what they needed. A first down and a big gain all the way to midfield as he's tackled right at the 50-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Herbert.
He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Herbert. One last shot at the end zone.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that.